Okay, today I'm going to change my, this is the Beelink GTR5, it's Ryzen 9 5900 HX. So it's a good performance of processor, but it only support the PCI 3. But the reason I'm this video is I managed to upgrade my Beelink with the external graphic card. The processor of this Ryzen 9 is very fantastic. Actually, it's very fast, and Ryzen 9 is very good compared to the first when they build up Ryzen 9. I think it should be better performance than Ryzen 7. So I'm quite happy with this Beelink, and there's no problem since when I purchased until now. The only problem is the graphic card that it doesn't meet the requirement or doesn't discrete enough to play or to run those intensive graphic that we need. So I happy that I can get this it's a OneXGPU. Look at it, the size. It's a very small form factor, and then they support M.2 Oculink NVMe storage on the bottom. But because of my Beelink doesn't support to connect the USB 4, there's no USB 4 on this. My option only for this processor or this mini PC is only to use the Oculink. With not Oculink, what I mean is the M2 NVMe to convert using the Oculink. So this is the core Oculink interface, because this OneXGPU support have a built-in Oculink port, which I'm aiming to use the Oculink to upgrade the graphic card for this. So Oculink is a standard server connect interface, which is this interface is so-called like SF 8611 for the male. For the female, I think SFF 8612 for the female, I think so. You're not mistaken, the other way around. And okay, I just need to upgrade this, change this, because you can see it's not a good option to having a cable like this. This brand or this, okay, I already unscrew it, so it's like this. And this GZOSMETA GZOSMETA Oculink Cable port release only have this, and then they have a vertical up way. I think they meant for laptop in the first place. They don't think about it about having this way, because laptop maybe is like this kind of laptop. The interface is in here, and then you connect from the board, take out the bottom cover, and then the M2 NVMe slot is here. You connect, and then cables go through the sideway. So because laptop is a thin form factor, but mini PC is quite thick, you can see this is not a good option like this. So that's why I'm trying to change with the other way around. Okay, let's do about it. And I'm using this cable tie to tie this thing, because when I'm scared this one is like leverage to take out like a crowbar, then you just lift thing up on this Oculink port. So I use cable tie to tie it to secure it lah. Alright, so I dismantle this. First of all I do this, and then I need to press, because this one have the lock mechanism. Okay, it's spring loaded like that. Okay, so I take out this one, and then I still need the cable tie, of course. So I put it inside on this one, then I put it in this one. Okay, and same thing, I secure it just in case. I use the same method. Use a cable tie to secure it. This is not too tight, so just enough to move around the cable tie to the okay, managed to move on here. That's the best secured on. Okay, then now this one to install. Okay, there's a lot of the M2 NVMe Oculink in the market. The reason is this one working with the OneXGPU. OneXGPU, I believe they're also using the open source or Oculink cable. So what this thing actually is, it want to lane to lane M2 NVMe Oculink from here. Okay, so the connection from here to here, and you wanted to have the same output to the other end. So some of the Oculink cable will tailor to custom for those external graphic card like NVIDIA 4090. They use the one dock version 2, whatever. So those external graphic card, the cable they tailor, they make changes on the cable. I don't know how they did it. Some of them automatically turn on the thing, I'm not sure. But for this case, for Beelink and from using the OneXGPU, everything must be open source and then should be standard server side. So what I'm trying to say is use the GZOSMETA brand, GZOSMETA, because the open source Oculink adapter. So here to here, there's no modification. I think straight away 1-to-1. Okay, then the cable also I use AMPHENOL, which is the same brand or the brand of this one. You can see this, I think, can you see? AMPHENOL. Okay, so I'm using the AMPHENOL cable, standard, no modification. So this is server. This cable I purchased from the seller that's selling server cable, including SAS cable, those heavy duty cable, big cable for the server. So one of them is AMPHENOL cable, which is Oculink. This is meant to extend PCIe lane, because for the server side there's no core. I'm using the M2 NVMe. Usually they use a PCIe Express 16 or 8. So to extend or to make it that out, some server motherboard have this connector, which is Oculink. They don't have the PCIe lane, but they have the Oculink on the behind of the back lane on the server, this one. Then use this cable to extend out. So this cable is server cable, AMPHENOL cable, Oculink. So that's why it works with the Beelink, because they call it open source. So I believe it's a 1-to-1 lane of this to the cable. Okay, now I'm going to mount back on this once I've already done this. Because it's a better option for me is going cable this way rather than the other way. And then this one is for using the external graphic card, like OneXGPU like this, it's recommended that the cable Oculink is shorter. However, the seller doesn't have the shorter cable because it's this, I think this is a standard server cable. By doing this external cable, I will have a more performance of my mini PC with this Beelink. So it's more, I would say it's a good upgrade. And then because Beelink only have a M2 NVMe slot, and this one is M.2 SATA 3. Storage is not NVMe. The speed is only capped to the 550. And I have another cable converter. Actually, here is actually supposed to be M2 Wi-Fi 2290. Sorry, 2240. Yes, not 2230, 2240. And I'm using this. I need to open my RAM in order to access this. Oh, I need to open the I'll show you the thing, the adapter that I'm using it. Okay, this is the NVMe storage, but this slot Wi-Fi, okay, because I'm using the, let me open this one first. Okay, so screw here. This is my first time upgrading the mini PC, and I think desktop era will going to phase out soon, and people will go to the mini PC because it's low consumption of the voltage on wattage. You can see I'm using this. Is the Wi-Fi or M2 Wi-Fi converted to NVMe? Sorry. Okay. So M2 key E/E, A/E to the M2 NVMe. So this is working fine. So what I'm trying to say is, my NVMe from storage from here, I just move it to here. It works, but the speed is capped to the 550, which is like a SATA speed, but doesn't matter. Because Ryzen 9 is quite fast, so when you read something from the storage, it's quite fast. And then when they store my memory here is I'm using 64, by the way, 32 dual channel. So anything already load to the RAM, if I reopen or relaunch the application, it's straight away open immediately, no question asked. It's only first time maybe slow a bit reading from the storage. Once after that, everything just like normal. There's no lag or glass hour to thing. So this is good option. So what I did is I just move my storage from here to here, so like this. Then I install here. It works. It doesn't need to configure anything. It detects as a primary storage, and that's all. So means I have still the same storage, and also have a SATA disk here. So the storage is enough for me. But the only thing is I don't have a Wi-Fi because I'm using the cable. They have a 2 LAN port provided from the Beelink. You can see this is 2. So now these days mini PC have a 2 Ethernet at least. I don't think that necessary for the home use. Usually just one enough, unless they want to do some application for the this mini PC for the server, because this processor is very powerful. It can run a lot of things like virtualization and so on. Okay, let's install back this one. Installing this one is quite difficult actually. Is first of all, I mount like this, and then I screw this first. Okay, I put a cellophane tape here because the antenna of the Wi-Fi is running around from this, so I use a cellophane tape. So to secure, I use this one just first time, and then because when I use this one, I use the heatsink. So if I put like this one will be, there's a lot of gap, so I use this is a plastic actually. It's from food container. I cut it, I put it here. It's quite a heat resistant actually. It's okay. Then I put like this, and I need to put the rubber afterwards. Yeah, put the rubber from bottom. Just like that. That's all. Then this one, there's no screw because the screw is here. And the RAM, I think it just exactly, you can see this, it clip, it hold this thing also. Okay, then the last one, people were doing a lot of things on the desktop, the modification, so many things with the air cooler and so on. To me, mini PC is enough. You can see the so simple upgrade, but it's quite fun also. And doing this thing is what you can do in mini PC upgrading is just external graphic card. This is one of them. One of it, I'm doing it now. So very simple, upgrading to the external graphic card. Get the smallest graphic card like this. Doesn't need to have a very big. This is a very discrete graphic card. I believe GPD G1 also have, but they tailor the cable. So you need to use the GPD G1 cable and then their own M.2 NVMe Oculink port. Otherwise, will not work with mini PC or other thing. You must use their own adapter and cable. But for the OneXGPU, if those people want to upgrade the 7600 Ryzen 7600M, which is a mobile variant, M mobile variant XT, is quite good enough. I have a Minis forum, HX99G, which is come with a 6600. So this one 7600. So just one earlier, newer. So because the first number indicate of the year of the releasing of the date, but it's still same 6600 series. So only the year different. Even though this one 7600 and Minis Forum SX99Z is actually a 6600. It's the same graphic card. the performance maybe is a little bit good or not much different compared to you're going to use for the standard gaming. Okay, so I'm using this. I follow the Beelink. We call it the what do you call it? Standoff brush. So when this one close, I still have a gap for the cable to come out. It's enough. You can see, it's the same, just enough for the cable to this Oculink cable to come out. Then I will use another thing to cover it. Maybe let's see. I have an idea that using the I'm using the cable tie to surround it here. Let's see, because I also need to plug in this cable, a SATA cable, because accidentally I broke the SATA cable during the installation process of this. Okay, this will be a long video. I'm going to pause to when I put it this. Okay, so I'm done changing the M2 Oculink adapter from this side to this side and changing the heat dissipation for the pad on the M2 NVMe. Actually, this is quite helpful because this pad heat dissipation will reduce the heat and will transfer the thermal to here. So whenever I close this the cover, this thing, all the pad will stick to here, will stick on this surface, and this is a very so-called like metal, conductive metal, very good resistant to reduce the heat. But however, this one have a SATA hard disk, so SATA hard disk also is here, but the most hot is actually this one, NVMe. So I upgraded the pad only. I have the blue one. I think it's a 15 watt to at least can absorb the heat from the heatsink here. So I also using the heatsink. Previously there's no heatsink. Previously, originally they used this color. So but now because I'm using the standoff brush, so I need to put more layer. So you can see this one a lot of layers, but this one is only one layer. Okay, and okay, I'm also using the Sonoff. So it's so when I press this one, everything will be turned on automatically, including the OneXGPU. Okay, so we're on. I didn't configure anything. Previously I configured the OneXGPU turn on 5 seconds, then we'll turn on this one. But if I turn on simultaneously together with the OneXGPU with the PC also, it will automatically on the OneXGPU. So there's no need to turn on this first and turn on this first. Simultaneously on together will also work for my case. Okay, you can see I press this, I trigger by double press. Okay, my monitor on. Then this one, you can see the blinking, the RGB light is turning. So when RGB light is turning, then I can see it's projecting to the screen. You can see. So all the connection from OneXGPU, but I don't need to press so I don't need to press this button to power on before I on the OneXGPU. That's the advantage of using the Oculink. So that's why it's very important to use the Oculink cable from the AMPHENOL. I highly recommended this cable. It's a 90 cm length of the Oculink cable, and the GZOSMETA M2 NVMe Oculink adapter. If you buy from the same seller, their cable, Oculink cable, will not work. Please don't buy the Oculink cable from this seller from the GZOSMETA. GZOSMETA will be they used for custom external desktop graphic card. For this OneXGPU, simply just use this one and standard server Oculink cable, that's all. And you can see even I'm using the mobile variant Radeon 7600M mobile variant XT. My table also still messy, and this PC my mini PC I plan to mount on the behind of the monitor. If I plan mount behind the monitor, the wiring is still messy. The best is I can do later on. You can see how I tidy up this thing. I can't imagine if you people using the external graphic card with the one dock or version 1, version 2, whatever, so big size, and this thing also still like hell of a mess. Okay, that's a sharing story. And okay, I'm going to close this lid, and then maybe I'm using the cable tie to surrounding to close the gap. Not sure whether it works or not, but let's see how. Okay, I managed to use the cable tie, so it just to cover this surrounding like this. But at least the reason I put here is I don't want to have another like lizard coming in. So because my place here significantly have a few lizards, so just to have a nice gap to cover. But I will not cut this because this one is this one can my cable tie, this one is you can open back, so you press this one you can open, so can reuse cable tie. So this one will mount behind the monitor, and you see how I put it back. Okay, I'm done with my setup. So just a quick throw about my table. So I'm using a banquet table, very cheap and very economic, and very strong and sturdy. And I'm just using the ARM monitor to mount all the monitors, so I have more space on the table. And then I can also modify the connection of the power adapter for the monitor, because the power adapter monitor is a US or China type. So if I using a converter, it go very long until here. So I just modify another different, so-called like another power adapter head. So I just solder it and connect directly to the power adapter, and then that power adapter will sit on top of this. Yep. Doesn't look nice, but this is the best I can do for my tidiness of the thing. So I have also spare on USB 4. So I didn't use the USB 4 or Thunderbolt from the OneXGPU to GTR5, because GTR5 doesn't support Thunderbolt 4. So I use this one to something else to connect to my GPD WinMini. Yeah, and this one is a HDMI switch to connect between, if I want to switch to PlayStation. Also sometimes I'm using the monitor. The reason is small monitor like this is consume lesser energy rather than big monitor or TV. And then I'm using this laptop also, and this laptop is quite old, but it's connected to via VGA cable to the monitor. And also there's a 7-port. I use double-sided tape mounted below the monitor. So all the, this is the best that I can find, 7-port USB with the power automatic, the power external power, so it doesn't have a problem with the reduce the latency or power failure if I using the external hard disk, if I want to plug in from here. Yeah, that's about it, I think. Then I'm using the Sonoff switches, not Sonoff, sorry. This is the Beelink switches, is another different brand. Sonoff doesn't release this kind of type of small power socket, and also this one have a power monitor, so I can monitor the consumption of the usage of my both. This is monitor only, and this one is for the left monitor and also the GTR5. Yeah, so you consume also the meter reading will also calculated based on usage of my GPU because it's connected to there. And all the power OneXGPU power adapter is here. So this is the switch. So just turn on. You can see will automatically light up everything, and the monitor also. And I can straight away can see the starting up. Yeah. By the way, this is also a speaker, USB speaker. Okay. So you can see automatically login. I'm using the 3D camera. This one also mounted by double-sided tape on the connected directly to the behind of the. So I don't need to log in typing using a password with this 3D camera. This is obsolete camera, but this is the only camera size type like a bar like that I can mount just between the light and then the monitor. This light also separate, and also top there's a microphone you can pull to do some video conference and connected directly to the Beelink. And yeah, this is the best that I can found because it's very compact, and then I can put it in between the light and then the monitor like this. It's a 3D camera. To log in the Windows Hello, sorry. Yeah, then yeah, you can see this one, the OneXGPU, the power. I don't need to press anything. It doesn't lit up the power. I don't need to press this one first and then turn on everything. That's the main reason of this. If you're using I'm using Oculink using this OneXGPU. And this one, the USB 4, I didn't use it because the GTR5 doesn't support the USB 4 Thunderbolt. So I'm using this one, the USB 4 for external use, like connect to my GPT Win Mini. Yeah. So the USB here also only meant for USB 4. Yeah, that's about it, I think. Thank you. Okay, just a quick look on the behind on the monitor. So this is what happened behind the monitor. So I can turn. You can see the Beelink is mounted sideways on the monitor. So also I put it in the fan, small mini fan, small cable mounted here. Yeah, it's quite messy in the behind, but it doesn't obstruct or anything on the arm monitor. So it's mounted on the two screw. Okay, Beelink, and this model is I'm quite satisfied. I using it. So you can see this one is the Oculink coming out from there. Is this point, yes, the cable tie is going bend down like that, but I'm okay with that because just to prevent anything coming in from the other side. So everything here is covered. Yeah. Okay, that's about it, I think. And then all the power adapter is sitting on the top on that. Alright, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Good day.